And for that reason, that's why I picked her.
Yeah, well, I've been known to fuck things up, and I don't even have mutant powers like that.
Right.
Okay, okay. So Wolverine and Jubilee.
Yep. Okay, next question. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be? That's a hard one because there's been a lot of them.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them that you'd be like, okay, do you want to be a part of? Do you want to live in Bel Air
Right.
or in New York with the Drummonds?
Right.
Or, wow. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which one would it be? The Bundys?
So I'm going to give you my answer. So my answer, while you're trying to figure out yours, my answer, I originally had one answer, but I think I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to Silver Spoons. Because that motherfucker just had money. Ain't that the one? He had all that fucking money. He had buttload of money.
Yeah, basically.
He had like stupid money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Originally, it was
Carlton, and he had Carlton there before he knew he was Carlton.
Right. And originally, it was going to be Mr. Belvedere.
Mr. Belvedere.
Because I've always wanted a living maid. Or it was going to be Nell Carter, because I just want somebody who can sing like that anytime I want it. That would be cool.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Silver Spoons because that motherfucker just had buttloads of money.
Well, in that case, would I been okay if I could be a member of any TV sitcom family? Well, my life can't be any worse than Different Strokes. Well,
just have the whole rainbow in the house.
Oh shit! Yeah, white, black, brown. Hey,
why not?
Hey,
man, can you imagine what you're talking about, Pato?
What you talking about, Pato? Oh gosh,
that'd be awesome.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe we should write the reboot.
Right.
And then we'll have some little kid play Pato. And what you talking about, Pato?
Right. His best friend K-Dogg come over wearing 80s style sunglasses. Okay, so the next question.
Let's see. Number 7, right? If you could wedgie.
If you could give a wedgie to any historical figure, who would it be?
Let's see. Gosh, I got so many. But right now, I'm thinking Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Well, hear me out. For one thing, because he wasn't smart enough to realize that he did not reach India,
right?
And he called his people Indians, even though they're not Indians, because this is not India. So he'd get a wedgie for that, and then he'd get an even bigger wedgie for letting another paisano take credit for his discovery. He was too busy banging Queen Isabella that he didn't pay attention that this was a new land, and this other wise guy comes along and it's like, no, you know what, that's not India, that's another land, it's whatever. So Americo Vespucci gets the naming rights.
Right.
So he gets a wedgie for not realizing he wasn't in India and for letting some other guy take credit for his discovery. I don't know.
I think I'm going to give Hitler a fucking wedgie when he was young.
Before it even started.
Before it started. Just to smack that motherfucker around. You ain't that motherfucking bad.
Oh, shit.
That's what I would do. Yep.
Okay.
And you know what? I would also probably give one to Henry Ford, just because he's the one that really started the whole factories and
Hey, you don't like the whole mass production shit?
Yeah, I kind of feel that was the downfall of the Americans.
Well, I don't know.
It wasn't just him, but he could have done it better. Whatever, fuck him. He gets a wedgie.
Henry Ford gets a wedgie.
You can't tell me who I can wedgie.
No, okay, fine, fuck it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so all right, Christopher Columbus. Let's see, who else would I give a wedgie to? Historical figure. Wow. I don't know. Historical.
You know what? I would give one to Nikola Tesla.
Why?
Because I think he's a genius, and I think he had a lot of awesome ideas, and I think he was so far ahead of his time. But he just chose. He was like, I don't want to do this for the money. I just want to put the knowledge out there. And I think maybe if he would have been a little bit more
greedy,
yeah, maybe his inventions actually would have went somewhere. And you know what I mean? Like, they really trampled the shit out of him. Maybe if he got wedged and bullied a little in school, he would have he would have grown up here. Like, dude, if you don't stand up for yourself, I'm going to give you a wedgie every day. And maybe his vengeance would have went somewhere. I don't know. Tough love kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So, okay, Tesla. Well, don't think I've ever given much thought to any of this shit.
Yep.
Other than Christopher Columbus, just for being a sucker. Anyway, let's see, who else? And
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of people that probably deserve them, but right now I can't. I guess I've developed this, like, fuck it mentality.
Right.
Let's see. Who's done something that really, really deserves a fucking wedgie? Shit.
Well, think about that. We're going to get the next question going.
Let's just. I'll come back to that later. Okay.
Okay. So, next question. What is your least favorite mode of transportation?
Least favorite mode of transportation. Least favorite. I would probably a boat. I don't know. I don't think
A boat?
I mean, I know you love cruises and shit.
Oh, yeah. I love cruises.
But
love the shit out of them.
Actually, no. A boat can be fun.
Yep.
Oh, it's shit.
And one day before I die, me and you are going to be on a cruise ship together.
Oh, gosh. That should be fun. Podcasting at tremendous alcohol levels. Hey, you there?
Yep. Man. We'd also have the unlimited alcohol package on the cruise.
Unlimited alcohol package. Oh, shit.
Yep.
My least favorite, I guess it would probably horse. I mean, that
horse? Yeah, that kind of hurts your balls after a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see that one. I think mine is Greyhound bus.
Greyhound bus. Okay.
Yeah, I rode one
from one of those. I was a kid.
I rode on one from Barstow, California, to Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah. All right. Then, I know. If I remember correctly, there's more to that story.
Yeah, there's quite a bit to that story. Well, we stopped in Vegas.
Yeah.
And, well, you have to understand, when Greyhound bus goes across country, they do it in pairs. When we were only in Vegas for a little while, it wasn't very long. And when we were leaving, the DEA raided our bus. And I got into an argument with the DEA agent, and ended up in handcuffs. And turns out it was the sister bus. Somebody in the sister bus had a whole suitcase full of weed.
Ooh.
So, I guess somebody understood why I was mad, because that dude was a dick. That DEA agent was a dick. Like, he was like a turd burglar.
He
Like a
just picked
fucking
you.
jerk off.
You look like you could be smuggling weed.
Well, he was just kind of like, he just came up to me and stand up. No, I don't want to stand up. And he was like, stand up to me when I'm talking to you, boy. And that's when I jumped up and I was like, boy, who the fuck is you talking to? And next thing you know, my mouth ran me right into a pair of handcuffs. But somebody else one of the other guys that was working on that squad was like, listen, you're small time. We don't want to bother you. Here, just sit down and shut up. So I'm like, all right, I'll sit down and shut the fuck up. So, and then we left out of Vegas, and then somewhere along the line, we're in Utah somewhere, and there wasn't a lot of people on the bus, so I had the whole back row to myself, so I was laying down. And next thing I know, I'm being woke up by being flown onto the floor. Like I wake up when I land on the floor. And not knowing what the fuck happened. Turns out the bus was stopped and everybody's kind of getting off anyway. So I got off and checked, and sure enough, we hit a fucking deer, and it totaled the front end of the bus, like totaled the motor, just fucking totaled it. It was all in shreds.
So I can see why. Okay, you don't.
Yeah.
Greyhound.
Yeah, fuck Greyhound. Okay, so if you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
If you could disinvent one thing. Disinvent one thing. Let's see. What have I bought on TV that didn't work? Let's see. I seen on TV. I know it had. If I could disinvent one thing. Okay, I think everybody would hate me, but probably cell phones.
I can see that.
I put us back in a time where we actually have to talk to each other.
I can see that. Be safer environment.
If you can't reach me at home, you didn't reach me. And when we go out and eat, you're going to sit there and we're going to talk because you can't be looking at your social media on your phone. Are you there?
Right. Yep. Yeah. I think for me, one thing I would disinvent would be Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
Because I ain't never figured one of them motherfuckers out.
Well, do what
my patience, I don't have it.
Just remove the stickers and.
I just don't have the attention span. I get about 5 or 10 spins on it, and I'm bored, and I'm pissed, and I just put it down.
Yeah, I used to hear that was good brain exercise. Well,
maybe that's why I was never good at it.
I'm in fitness protection. All right.
Okay, so the final question that we have here: if you went into a coma and woke up in the year 2120, what would be the first thing you would want to know?
Went into a coma and slept for about 100 years.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. Where is the motherfucking bathroom? I don't know.
That's kind of similar to mine. I said my question would be, where's the bourbon?
Where's the bourbon?
Like, after a 100-year nap, I want a fucking drink.
Could you imagine thinking about that? You fall, for whatever reason, you go into a coma. You don't age because you're in a state of whatever.
Right.
I can't think of the scientific term for it.
Yeah, like a homeostasis kind of a period.
Yeah, basically. And you wake up 100 years later.
Right.
And basically, you're realizing that all the people you knew pretty much aren't around anymore.
Right.
And
if you did know them, they're 100 years old.
Yeah, which chances are they're not around. And you have this 80-something-year-old guy taking care of you, and he's your grandkid.
Right.